Yes, my dear friend, welcome back to the channel. This is Salon's Blog. Very good evening to you, wherever you are on the globe, especially on the continent of Africa, in Europe, in America, in Canada, or even right here in Asia. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Look, indeed, it is happening. Things are happening in Chelsea right now as we speak. Chelsea, Napoli, talks ongoing. You know what I mean? Wait a minute. You know what I mean? If you know, just hold on a minute. I'll be back on Chelsea, Napoli. But quickly, there are some other news items I need to bring your way. Before we get to Chelsea, Napoli, that is happening right now. I am excited. Somehow, things are happening and I'm excited about the news I'm hearing. But let's start from here. You see, the clock is ticking. Yet, still no movement on many players like Armando Broja, Trevor Chalobah, Sterling, Chilwell, Petrovic, Fofana, Washington, etc. The clock is ticking. The clock is moving so fast. The transfer window is going to be shut over this weekend. Yes, officially. Unofficially, it will still continue. It depends on where you are. It depends on your location, your contract situation, and whatever. But as we speak, there is still no movement on many of Chelsea's players that we expect to be going to new class or even on loan. Armando Broja, we understand he was supposed to go, but there was a little problem that stalled the negotiations for Armando Broja. Trevor Chalobah, Raheem Sterling, we understand Sterling currently, Manchester United are looking at that the situation also. They are in talks with Chelsea right now. Likewise, Ben Chilwell. United are in talks as well for Ben Chilwell. Petrovic, David Datro Fofana, beg your pardon. David Datro Fofana, David Washington, just to mention a few. There is not much movement right now on these players. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a problem for Chelsea Football Club. Are we going to be able to ship out all these players before the transfer window shuts? Well, we wait to see. All right, quickly, you see, in my last episode, I spoke about Pedro Neto. I tried to analyze his performance, and you see, there's one thing that is a challenge for Neto, his fitness. Pedro Neto's fitness, he's very injury prone, and so he needs to be managed carefully. Right now as we speak, today's training, Pedro Neto is reportedly not training today due to load management. Load management simply means they try to manage the load on him. The training, not every training he will partake on. They will have to manage his situation so that the reoccurrence of his injury will be avoided, ladies and gentlemen. So as we speak, today's training, yes, Neto is not part of today's training. And it's not just today. Some other days, it is what it is. If we want to get the best out of him, then we will have to learn to manage him very, very well. That is a nice one to hear. He needs to be protected. That for sure. All right? Okay. To some more news on the transfer market. Breaking, Manchester United and Chelsea have stepped up talks over potential Ben Chilwell move to Old Trafford. Yes, separate to negotiations over Jordan Sancho and Raheem Sterling. Ben Chilwell's negotiation is different or is separated from Jordan Sancho and Raheem Sterling talks. Right now, they are looking at our player, our left back, Ben Chilwell, Manchester United. The two clubs have been in constant negotiation over the last 2 days, as both attempt to resolve numerous remaining squad issues in the last 72 hours of the transfer market. The last 72 hours, that's the next 3 days, the transfer window officially will be closing. And so both clubs are in talks over some of these players. And the truth be told, Ben Chilwell is not a bad guy. He is a very gentle guy. Very, very professional. It's rather unfortunate he doesn't fit into Maresca's system. It's just unfortunate. Remember, he's our deputy captain. Yes. Just unfortunate he doesn't fit into the system according to our head coach. Ladies and gentlemen, that is what forced the club to sideline him for this season. All right? Okay. Now, I will not waste much of your time. Let's move straight away. I want you to look at this, the league stats for 3 players on your screen. 3 players on your screen. Victor Osimhen, Nicolas Jackson, and Ivan Toney. That is their statistics on your screen for last season. Number of matches they played, how many goals they scored, penalties scored, expected goals, scoring frequency, XG per shot, big chances missed. That is what you can see on your screen for your own judgment, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, then, now, let's move to the main issue on the table. What is happening tonight? Wherever you are, or this afternoon, maybe you are in Africa, it's still in the late in the evening, or late afternoon. Yeah, late afternoon in Africa and in Europe. We are already in almost midnight here. It is 10:45 p.m. here in Southeast Asia, Malaysia. But you see, Chelsea are currently in talks with Victor Osimhen over terms. Yes, as we speak, Chelsea are in talks with Victor Osimhen over terms of the deal, which must fit into their wage structure for them to proceed further. Napoli anticipate a bid after now, but Chelsea want Osimhen buy in first. They want Osimhen to agree on the terms of his wages first. Talks are going on now as we speak. Chelsea FC have other options, including Ivan Toney, in case Osimhen doesn't accept the final deal today. I mean, between now and before the transfer window closes. But the focus is on the discussions taking place now. Because in less than 72 hours, the transfer window will be closing. Benchua report that Napoli are under the impression a permanent bid from Chelsea will arrive for Victor Osimhen following fresh meetings. Italian club believe their drop in asking price has persuaded Chelsea. They believe that their drop in asking price from over 100 million euros to now about 65 million has persuaded Chelsea to pursue a non-temporary formula, which Chelsea was asking for. Non-temporary formula is a loan with option. Now Chelsea are proceeding with direct buying. No more non-temporal. Chelsea FC will only proceed on strict terms and are in a stronger position right now on the deal. Chelsea FC are in a stronger position right now on the deal. Now, Nisa Kinzela, one of the top-notch journalists, yes, exclusively, revealed, this is coming through Vince, he said Chelsea have moved slowly to squeeze Napoli's £113 million asking price for Osimhen, which is based on release clause in a contract signed in December 2023, and to get Nigerian international to accept a wage on reduced terms. Yes, the first bid is expected to be vastly below the asking price and include substantial wages linked to performance-related bonuses. I'm taking that again. The first bid to Napoli, most probably tonight, tomorrow, is expected to be vastly below the asking price. The bid can only be presented to Napoli if Victor Osimhen accepts Chelsea's terms, which they are working on right now. And it is expected to be vastly below the asking price from Napoli, and that will include a substantial wages link to performance-related bonuses for the player. Performance-related bonuses for the player. Now, let's conclude here. Ladies and gentlemen, the news I have for you. The last 20-25 minutes ago, Victor Osimhen has given Chelsea the green light over a move to Stamford Bridge this summer amid doubts over whether personal terms could be agreed. Ladies and gentlemen, all Chelsea fans worldwide, well, it looks as if Victor Osimhen has finally accepted Chelsea's terms. Chelsea are now to proceed to Napoli and agree on the asking price with Napoli. If indeed what Nisa Kinzala has reported here, and BBC also reported on it, that Victor Osimhen has given Chelsea the green light over the move, means Victor Osimhen has accepted the terms from Chelsea. Now, all Chelsea need to do next is to move to Napoli on the final part of the negotiations. If this is true, then ladies and gentlemen, by tomorrow, we should be hearing a confirmation. Otherwise, like I said in my previous video, it is now or never. It is now or never for Victor Osimhen to Chelsea. The ball is in the court of Victor Osimhen now to make his decision. And if this news is anything to go by, I'm stressing it up again. I have not come to confirm 100%. I said, right now as you speak, the player has given his green light. It's between Chelsea and Napoli now to agree. If that goes through successfully, then by tomorrow or before daybreak, yes, probably later in the night, it's still early in Europe, we might hear the final confirmation of this news. Ladies and gentlemen, it is what it is. It is what it is. Quickly, I want to give some big shout out before I let you go. I believe this is a good news you have been expecting to receive. I am excited. So far, so good. Today, Wednesday, it is either now for Victor Osimhen or never. I said it and I'll repeat it again. Big shout out to my good friend Elisha. He says, yes, if it's possible, let Chelsea bring Jordan Sancho, come in and send Modric out of the team on loan. Well, Modric is one of my favorite players. I'll be shocked. In fact, I'll be sad if he's sent out, if he's sold. That's just the truth. Even though Sancho is a good player, I like him. But right now, as we speak, my boy Modric. Anyway, Chelsea first is not about who is my favorite player, who do I love. I just like Modric. That's all. Performances, he's been flopping so much. He's not delivering as expected of him. But with time, I believe. Well, big shout out to you out there, Elisha, big shout out to you out there. This one says, acquiring Sancho means Modric will either be sold or loaned out. Austin from Nigeria, big shout out to you. The same thing, Elisha also reiterated over there. Big shout out to you guys all out there, Elisha and Austin from Nigeria. This one says, Osimhen should still be working without his agent that is being greedy. Coming from Frederick Amabe, big shout out to you out there. This one says, Mr. Selon, it's good to have Sancho instead of keeping Sterling. We have so much of injury-prone players in attacking department, so Sancho can be a backup. Because Chelsea fans will not want to entertain excuses this time around. Let Sancho be. Definitely so. I agree with you. A lot of injury-prone players, like we're talking about Neto, Pedro, who is now not in training. They are managing the situation so that he not aggravate his injury anymore. Ladies and gentlemen, so Sancho will be a good addition. Big shout out to you out there. Big shout out to you. Your name is what? Abba Francis Abba. Big shout out to you, Abba Francis Abba. And you continue. Abba Francis Abba say your analysis on the assist from Neto to Felix, as said, was a quality one. You are 1000% correct. Now I know you are a good analyst. I expect this from you since Tuesday. Keep up your good work. God will surely take us there. Oh, now before you are believing in your man. Abba Francis Abba, big shout out to you out there. All right, this one says Sterling is not play with teammates. That is the problem. Sancho is a little younger and have resale value. Adiagbo from Nigeria. Big shout out to you, Adiagbo. Adeagbo from Nigeria. Big shout out to you. Let me hear from you from the comment section. Keep your messages coming in. We love you. We want to hear from you every moment, every now and then. Yes. This one says Chelsea now has one of the best attack in the entire Europe. Boys are cooking. They will be unbearable in the next 1 month. They will destroy any team just like them gel more in 3 games. from tomorrow game. Oh, once they begin to gel together in games, other clubs, other teams will be scared to face Chelsea. Big shout out to you. What's the name? John Ikwebu. I hope, please let me have your original name and where you are watching us from. Big shout out to you anyway, John, wherever you are. Jesus says, only one thing I want to hear about Osimhen is here we go. From Haron Muriki from Kenya. Haron Muriki from Kenya, wait for it. It will be coming soon. It will be dropping soon on Victor Osimhen. Hopefully. This one says, my name is Jamiu Awesu from Lagos. Jamiu Awesu from Lagos, Nigeria. I think Sancho is not bad. It's a good idea. Big shout out to you, Jamiu Awesu from Lagos, Nigeria. This one says, you hypocrite, but you don't like Osimhen. Really? My good friend. What's the name? Charles what? Charles. Please let me have your name next time. I love Osimhen, dear friend. Please don't be judging me that way. Anyway, it's your opinion. Big shout out to you out there, Mr. Charles. Wherever you are, very big shout out to you. Great evening. All right, this one says, morning, Mr. Selom. If Chelsea don't arrive to sign Osimhen, please, they can go for Isaac from Newcastle instead of signing Ivan Toney. Fadel Fadi from Togo, up Chelsea. My good friend Fadel Fadi from Togo, big shout out to you out there. Big shout out to you out there. This one says, mine is King Samuel. Oh, your name is King Samuel from Nigeria. This Victor Osimhen matter, I don't understand this transfer movement of Victor Osimhen. So I just want to hear that Victor to Chelsea, here we go. Every guy out there, we all just want to hear the news. Here we go. Big shout out to you, King Samuel from Nigeria. All right, this one says, yes, Sancho is very good. Then Sterling for now on days. Your name is what? Lawson Andrew. Lawson Andrew, big shout out to you out there, my dear friend. This one says, good morning, bro. It's me, Anthony from Cameroon. The only problem we are still having is striker and defender. I think let Chelsea look for that before the close transfer to finish on Friday. Please let them do fast and get us. Big shout out to you out there, NWC. I believe NWC EK. I believe that is your name. Big shout out to you, all of you out there. It's just, as for this Osimhen issue, we the Chelsea fans, we are tired of it. Albert from Takrady, Albert from Tadi, GH, that's Ghana. Big shout out to you, Albert from GH Ghana. The last four here says, Salom, I agree with you that Victor Osimhen is coming to the Paniers Club. Oh, okay. As fondly called some years back, Up the Blues, Adebayo Dalapo, councillor from Lagos, Nigeria. Big shout out to you out there, Adebayo Dalapo, councillor from Lagos, Nigeria. This is to be honest, I don't like Osimhen in Chelsea. The arrogance and in one season performance doesn't fit Chelsea club. Well, it is your opinion. Don't let my friends hear this. Don't let my friends, you know what I mean? Don't let them hear this. Otherwise, you face it. Big shout out to you out there, my dear friend. Yes, your name is what? Raymond. Let me have your full name and your location next time, and I'll give you a bigger shout out. Please ask Chelsea to help us sign Osimhen. We need him urgently. Your name is what? I can see the email, Yahaya Shaib. Big shout out to you, Yahaya Shaib. Last but not the least, Modric is poor in decision making, especially on a ball. He doesn't know when to make a pass and when to shoot until he loses the ball. Your name is James Felix. Big shout out to you, James Felix. Well, my dear friends, let me end it here. Until we hear the here we go. We cannot confirm Victor Osimhen to Chelsea yet, but the latest is what I just updated you on. I'll see you in the next one when you see me. Dear friend, shalom and peace.